change over the course of a race, just like your favorite dirt track on a Friday or Saturday night. From a slick racing groove all the way up to the cushion, iRacing's dirt tracks deliver non-stop racing action. Partnered with the World of Outlaws, iRacing is your source for the most authentic dirt racing experience available, featuring 4 brand new tracks and 11 new cars, including street stocks, Legends cars, late models, NASCAR trucks, winged and non-winged sprint cars, with much more on the way. Join the Dirt Revolution on iRacing.com and start slinging mud today.
get ready, going green. Green, green, green.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning into the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network this Thursday night. The Sim Auto Racing Association and their Button Box Shop Super Series back in action this Thursday night. Taking on Southern National Motorsports Park. It's going to be a great one. The Dean Satellite and Security Southern National 150 to get set underway right after this. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network this lovely Thursday night as we are about to get underway with the Dean Satellite and Security Southern National 150 here at Southern National Motorsports Park. And I tell you what, folks, moving into week number 4 overall, this is going to be a good night. The first 2 races saw the UK driver come out on there, Christian Challenger come out and make a headway, taking both the first 2 races. And the last time Dean Satellite and Security sponsored the 125 at Richmond, which was the season opener, Challenger came away with the victory. Next week, he went into the USA, took victory there. Then they were off for a week. Come back last week at Five Flags and for the JVM Racing 125 at Five Flags. And it was Adam Benefield coming away with a victory there. So here we are, week number 4, 2 different winners Will we see a third here tonight? I'm not sure. But I tell you what, folks, it is going to be one to watch here tonight. Joining me now, talking a little bit about Dean Satellite Security, our sponsor for this evening in the Button Box Shop Super Series. Drew Kryback's going to join me, and he joins me now to talk a little bit about it. How you doing tonight, Drew?
Doing pretty good, and yourself?
Well, not too bad. I think living up here in Ohio, we're kind of in the path of Hurricane Cindy making its way, or Tropical Storm Cindy. I don't know if it developed into a hurricane yet, but these guys down here tonight might be affected by a little bit of rain. But how everything up there around Wisconsin?
It has rained at La Crosse, I think, 3 of the 6 nights, and we about rained out a double feature. So it's been a pretty rough year so far up here in Wisconsin.
Makes it, I'm from the Midwest kind of myself, the more eastern side of the Midwest, and April and May are always exciting months because the race season comes back around, but they're also a depressing time because it seems like it's nice all week, but then when you get to Saturday, it wants to rain on you. So definitely can be a depressing time. I can relate with you there, but enough about that. Let's talk a little bit about Dean Satellite and Security. Tell us a little bit about it, who they are, where they can find them.
Absolutely. We're a local, I guess, up here in Wisconsin retailer for really anything TV, internet, phone, security systems, but we can go nationwide. So if you're in the market for anything TV, internet related, definitely hit us up online, deansdish.com. I know Matt's done a really awesome job of tagging our Facebook page, so go on over, click like, send us a message, and that comes right to me. We can see we work with several different providers, so we may have somebody in your area, no matter where you're at, to be able to hook you up with TV, internet, and pretty soon here, AT&T cell phone.
Looking forward to the advancement of technology to come. Well, Drew, I tell you, we're in week number 4 here in the Button Box Super Series, if I could say that right. Second race you guys have sponsored this season. Last season, you were the pole sponsor all season long. Tell us, what are your thoughts on tonight's race here at Southern National?
Well, I think I'm actually going to be trying to race this one in. I got a provisional in, so it's going to be pretty exciting. There's some new guys, which is super awesome to see. Some of the veterans versus some of the young guys, and I think the young guys, I don't know if they're young, but new guys to the series have kind of been showing their strength early on, and so we got a lot of familiar faces back from last year, a lot of new faces this year, which really mixes it up. They don't know how they're going to run. They don't know how much room they got to give. So some tight racing, it could be some bumping, some grinding. It's a tough track here. It's hot. It's humid. So it's going to be, track position is going to be everything, and I expect that bumper to be used.
Well, this is definitely a racer's track, to say the least. And these guys are going to take it on for 150 laps here tonight. Drew, thank you very much for joining me up here tonight. And we'll look to get some more words with you. Hopefully some good words from you after this is all said and done here this evening.
Sounds good. Thanks for everything you do, man.
There you have it, folks. Drew Kryback with Dean Satellite and Security. And again, check him out. He provided all the information to you earlier there. And I know out there on Sim Auto Racing Association, or SARA as we call it for short, RaceSARA.com, you can find more information about who they are, what they do. And like you said, they go nationwide and looking to offer a little bit of Dish Network, possibly even some AT&T stuff coming up. So, folks, definitely check them out. Talking about tonight, we had 34 cars look to take the field here tonight, attempting to qualify. Only 30 makes the field, so it is a harsh 4 cutoff, but that is how it works here. You got to earn your spot. And if you're a veteran of the league, they do offer provisionals. As Drew was talking, Drew has been racing with SARA for a while, has a provisional. He was able to get in as well. But nevertheless, only 30 cars are going to start, and that is a tremendous field here at Southern National. And while we're talking about the track, let's bring up the information here tonight at Southern National Motorsports Park. Close to between a 3 and 4/10 mile track. 80 degrees in the air, 85% humidity, some overcast, and I'd say it's all right, 80-degree track temperature, kind of a little warm. We may see some good outside groove action here tonight, as we saw back at last week when we were at Five Flags. A lot of the drivers took to the inside groove around that half-mile oval and decided to go to the outside groove once the inside got rubbered up. We'll have to see if that will play out here tonight. And as always, folks, we got to give a shout-out to the sponsors out there. The Button Box Shop, the series sponsor, Charlie Kuzma, putting together some great button boxes. If you're in the simulation world, whether it's you're out there and you do flight sims, racing sims, any type of sim, you got a lot of commands to get that realistic feel. And this guy can put it down into one box, make it nice and simple. Push of the button as you would do in real life. even give you furthering the simulation feel. Charlie Kuzma can hook it up. Check them out on Facebook, folks. Just look up the Button Box Shop. Also out there for quality sheepskin leather products. They make saddles. That's one of the cool things that these guys do. HeightsPride.com. Check them out. They are a premier dealer, folks. Dean Satellite Security, tonight's sponsor. We got to hear from Drew Krybeck about that. Bill Martin with the Car Show. It's a show about car shows. Area 52 Designs and the wonderful designs that these guys do, putting together some of the paints that you see out there on iRacing. Callaway Investments, one of the longest sponsors with Some-Auto Racing Association. Vacation Homes down in Florida. Lions International, 100 years with these guys, folks. Tundra Super Late Models and JVM Racing. That is your sponsors here this Thursday night. Race Control's calling them in. We're ready to go down and get your starting lineup for this Thursday night race at Southern National. So as we take a look at the starting grid here tonight, drivers getting ready to go racing. Tim Bills had the fast time with the 8-car invert. It is Darrell Hamlin starting in the pole position here tonight. To the outside, the number 66 of David Krikorian inside of row number 2 and starting third position here tonight, last year's champ. That is the number 5 of Matt Rolfe. He's going to have the 06 of Logan Runyon to the outside inside of row number 3. Rounding out your top 5, the 04 of Christian Peterson's going to have the 87 of Derek Holzhausen to his outside. Inside of that fourth row, the fast time tonight, the number 37 of Tim Bills starts 7th. To the outside is the 79 of Christian Challoner, the fast man to beat in the series. Got 2 wins already out of this 3 weeks that's passed. The 32 of Trevor Edwards inside of row number 5. And to the outside, rounding out the number 10, last week's winner, the number 82 of Adam Benefiel. Looking on back, Wendell Stratman, Ty Spearman, Samuel Rouse, Jeremy Adams, Tyler Hudson, Jason Williams, Jason K. Miller, Dallas Pataska, Travis Hauk, Chris Suggs through 20. In your field here tonight, Joe Schaefer Jr., Tyler Brown, Adam Maddox, Matthew Eddy, Devin Rogers, Brody Bayer, Scott Dunlap, Connor Blaze, Mark Royer, and Russell Berry. Oh, and Drew Krybeck starts shotgun on the field, sneaking in on me. And they are making their way around now here tonight, folks. As they're getting ready to go through. It's going to be a great night of racing, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Some-Auto Racing Association. Dean Satellite Security, iRacing.com. I am Dustin Caldwell here on the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network. We're ready to go racing for 150 laps around Southern National. Here we go. Pace cars in the pits. Green flag flies. We're off to the race. And a lot of guys making some maneuvers early on in this one, folks. Right up front, as the first caution flag comes out, there was a lot of maneuvers being made. And we're going to see a little bit of hookup here between Devin Rogers and the 06 of Logan Runyon. We'll have to go back and get the replay for you on that one, folks. So as we follow Logan Runyon getting a little bit loose, and Derek Holzhausen taking him with him down the front stretch and finishes him off in the turn. And that was what brought out the caution flag, and Devin Rogers coming up at the end and giving a little love tap to the 06. That's the cause of the first caution flag here tonight at Southern National Motorsports Park. Logan Runyon heading down pit road, possibly looking to get a little damage repair. Here's a quick look at your top 5. Darrell Hamlin, Matt Rolfe, Christian Peterson, David Krikorian, and Tim Bills. Again, tonight, Tim Bills, the fast time around the track. Started 7th position after the invert. We'll have to see what he takes for that guy to make his way to the front if he's able to do it. Here's a look at your race summary out of the 4 laps, heading towards 5 laps completed of the 150. 0 lead changes, and 1 caution. Again, it's week number 4 in the Button Box Shop Super Series. Anything is still up for grabs here, as Christian Challoner being one of the fast guys to beat right there. Get a good look at the purple 79 machine. He is the guy to beat. 2 wins out of the 3 races. Teammate Adam Benefield coming away with the victory at 5 Flags just 1 week ago, and Benefield currently running back in 11th behind his teammate. So we'll have to see if they're going to make their way up to the front. Lights off the pace car, folks. We're going to be back green on lap number 8. As they go through the backstretch, Darrell Hamlin will be setting the pace. He'll have the 5 of Matt Rolfe to the outside. Peterson and Krikorian, are in that second row. Here we go. Pace cars into the pits. Green flag flies. We're back to the race. Following Darrell Hamlin still up front. Christian Peterson now into second position, challenging. He's got a side-by-side action behind him. The battle for third as the 37 of Tim Bills now makes his way up around Matt Rolfe. Rolfe's going to fall back into fourth position here on lap number 10. Starting to get single file with the 80-degree temperatures. Let's see how this is going to continue to play out, but Darrell Hamlin has got the line here so far. Into lap number 11, Christian Peterson looking to run him down. Tim Bills already looks really fast, folks. Peterson makes a move to the inside. He's going to be side by side with Hamlin. Takes over the race lead on lap number 12. Beautiful inside pass by Christian Peterson, and Hamlin falls quickly back to fourth. And it looks like Holzhausen's going to look to the inside. Hamlin continued on that outside groove, falling back. David Krikorian is back there looking to the inside, but we've got another battle for the race lead here on lap 13. Here comes the 37 of Tim Bills, fast qualifier. Started 7th on the grid, and he takes over the lead into lap 14. 14 laps, and the fast man has beaten the invert. That H&H Sign and Supply 37 has come to do business tonight, restoring the synonymous term fast with Bills. And Tim, through the backstretch here on lap 15, has pulled away to a 3/10 of a second lead through 3 and 4. Peterson does not have enough for this guy. He let the 37 by on the inside in turn 2, and it's all she wrote, as now Tim is going to be the fast car to beat. And got close to the wall through the front stretch on lap 16 heading to 17. A little bit of, almost got a little Darlington stripe action there on the right side of the 37 as he comes off of turn 4. Getting really close to the wall. He may be developing a push through the front stretch. They're coming off of the 4th turn. We'll have to take a look here. Everybody pretty much single file. And again, Tim Bills looking close to the wall in the front stretch at the start-finish line. Peterson back and forth about 4/10 of a second, pushing towards the half a second mark. And Tim Bills now begins to climb away from it. David Krikorian up to the high side back there in 6th behind Christian Challoner. Challoner tonight. So we follow the 79 machine. Challoner starting 8th, he's up 2 positions into 6th. Enough can't be said about this guy right here in front of the field. Excuse me, heading into 3 and 4, starting 7th, and he's already to 1st. Now pulling away to over 6/10, pushing towards 3/4 seconds is the 37 of Tim Bills. 9 laps led here out of the 22 to be complete. So it'll be 10 laps led out of the 22 complete for the 37. Matt Rolfe now back into 3rd. He fell back to 4th, but look who else is on the move. Challoner to the inside of Holzhausen, as Challoner now will go up to 4th position. David Krikorian continues to battle on that outside groove, and Adam Benefield was able to get around him to move up into 6th, right behind Derek Holzhausen. who's just your cutoff car right there for the top 5. And we got a slow car moving down low. Adam Maddox and Matthew Eddy going it back there around 27th position. A little bumping and bruising in there on that. The number 1 of Adam Maddox back there. Devin Rogers and Mark Royer having a little battle. Rogers now looking to the inside of Royer. Here comes your race leader. A little wiggle action out of turn 2 here on lap 27 as he works his way through 3 and 4 into the front stretch. Tim Bills, 15 laps led for the Dean Satellite Security 150 here at Southern National Motorsports Park, knocking these laps down, soon to be 30 complete. 2 more laps to go to that. Now looking to the inside of lap traffic, that is the number 20 machine of Tyler Brown. Brown to the outside, got a little bit of a crinkled up bumper and some bruised front side of that car. Tim Bills is going to pull away with the lap traffic. Brown in the middle. Now Matt Rolfe has made his way up into second position. The number 5 looks to the inside of the lap car of Tyler Brown. 04 of Christian Peterson back behind him, and Peterson taking a peek to the inside as they were heading into turn 3, and a push from Rolfe. He's going to get some momentum off that 4th turn. Turned a little bit of a desperation into a solid move there. And Challoner now 4th position. Around the lap traffic, continuing his climb to the front as he's got Christian Peterson ahead. Holzhausen is going to make contact with the lap car, sending Tyler Brown up the track. A little miscalculation between the two. Don't think it was intentional. That is uncharacteristic of that 87 machine. And your leader now moving by Devin Rogers and Mark Royer. Royer sticking with the leader. Matt Rolfe in second. Has got to navigate his way around the lap car. Stays low through 1 and 2 here on lap 35. Caution cone, or should say pit cone, out in the lane there, right out of turn number 2. And luckily was snatched up and put back in pit road. Still continuing to follow the number 5 of Matt Rolfe in second position as he pulls away a little bit from Peterson. Challoner seems to be gaining. He's about 2 seconds behind your race leader. And now Tim Bills looking to get by the number 4 of Russell Berry, heading into lap number 40. 27 laps led for the 37. He's going to go to the outside coming off the 4th turn. Take you up to the high cam and give you a show of the field here tonight. Beautiful looking field here at Southern National Motorsports Park. To come back to your race leader. Peterson now clear of Russell Berry. Challoner. Holzhausen is back there. Caution flag comes out on lap 43. And it looks like Jason Williams, the number 58 car, involved in this one. Let's go back and take a look. Williams to the outside of the 55 car. and tried to do a little bump and run, and right there, got right into the side of the 08 car of Chris Suggs. Suggs is going to go for a spin. Probably ends up worse than what Jason Williams got. Williams just spins to the inside, and right there, Suggs in the middle of traffic. Everybody has to look left to get by him. He even tags the outside wall there just past the start-finish line, and that will bring out the second caution flag. Your night here this Thursday night. And again, tonight we got the Ryan X9 cameras on tap for you. Get down into that traffic, get a little intimate with these super late models. Always a pleasure to have these cameras on hand. Here's a look at your sponsors yet again, folks. Button Box Shop, Heights Pride, Dean Satellite Security, The Car Show, Area 52 Designs, Callaway Investments, Lions International, Tundra Super Late Models, and JVM Racing. Lights off the pace car. We're ready to get back at it. There's the green flag. We're back to the race. Tim Bell still up front. Matt Rolfe got a little loose off of turn number 2. Peterson looking to the inside. Challoner back there in 6. He's fighting with Tyler Hudson, the 01 car. He's on the outside groove. The 82 of Adam Benefield now to the inside of his teammate. Both these guys we're watching side by side have a victory out of the first 3. The purple 79's got 2. The 82's got 1. And Benefield's got the nose over Challoner. The 92 of Ty Spearman also in the mix back there. And Challoner cannot get down into the lower groove. Away goes Benefield. Now Spearman to the inside. Trevor Edwards in the mix, looking to get up there and battle side by side. Tim Bill's clicking over into the double nickel here tonight. Lap 55 for the 37 as he works his way into the backstretch towards that turn 3 mark. 42 laps led for the 37 car. Definitely a great night here for the H&H Sign and Supply Machine team. And still continuing to follow Christian Challoner, now looking to the outside. Gets by teammate Adam Benefield, who one of the few drivers runs those retro Pontiac look. And now is going to look to challenge the 01 of Tyler Hudson yet again. Spearman to the back of Benefield. Darrell Hamlin, who started in the pole position of this race, currently running 12-13th as the caution flag comes out on lap 60. And we'll have to go back and take a look and see what brought out this caution flag, folks. as we take you up to the high cam. Devin Rogers, a quick spin in the front stretch. Right there is what brings out the third caution here tonight. Let's go back and take a look yet again. We'll bring you in a little bit closer on it. Rogers right there behind the 54 of Brody Bayer. And Logan Runyon may have given him a helping hand coming off of turn 4. Got the 25 Sizzle Marine. And Hal's Racing Equipment, I believe, is on the hood of that car as well. Tough break there for Devin Rogers. And again, folks, want to thank you for tuning in this Thursday night to the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network. It's our pleasure to be able to bring you such great short track race action each and every week. And the Sim Auto Racing Association always delivering some great action-packed races, as well as a little bit of drama in these races from time to time. And drama, of course, last week at Five Flags. Challenger got to the front of the field, wrecked Trevor Edwards in turn 3, and was sent to the back. Pace car dives off into the pits. Green flag flies. We're back to the race on lap 66. And the battle continues up front as Tim Bills pulls away, but yet Matt Rolfe and Christian Peterson go at it. This time Peterson in the favorable line underneath the 5 of Rolfe, but Rolfe seems to carry the momentum to the high side. And now Peterson fighting back in the lower groove. The battle for second position. Side by side into the backstretch, out of 2. And Matt Rolfe's got a nose over Peterson. Can he get there? Off of 4, he's going to have second, but cannot quite clear the guy into the inside. And it looks like he's going to get it this time. Just as he looks to clear Peterson, somehow, some way, that 0-4 comes to life, especially out of turn number 2. Tim Bills, now a 1 1/4 second race lead here on lap 72, continues. Tyler Hudson back in 4th, watching the battle just ahead. Adam Benefield in the top 5. Battling continuing between Rolfe and Peterson into lap 74. So close to the halfway point here tonight. Krikorian back there battling as well. Trying to get by Jason K. Miller, the 55 machine. And it looks like Peterson may win this bout. To the inside, can he clear the 5? He's going to take back second at the line as we cross over the halfway point of tonight's race. And these two are deadlocked, side by side into 77. The first one to make a mistake goes to 3rd, if not 4th, as Tyler Hudson is now to the back of the 5 of Matt Rolfe. And Peterson, a little overdrive coming off the second turn, but he holds on to it. Unbelievable. And now we may have a 4-pack situation. Enter the 82 of Benefiel. Oh, but Hudson saw it. He saw the 82 looking to that inside, came down low, and will make sure that Benefiel will not get underneath him. But amazingly, these two drivers are deadlocked door to door through 3 and 4, now into the front stretch, heading into lap 81. And Peterson again. A little loose action coming out of the second turn, but he's going to stick with it. Unbelievable how Christian Peterson is sticking with Rolf, yet alone. Just equally amazing how the number 5 of Matt Rolf, working that outside groove, is staying competitive with Christian Peterson. And now Rolf. You can see Tyler Hudson back behind him, figuring out which line is going to be the better one to run, as Rolf is starting to pick up some momentum on the outside of Peterson. And Rolf may get by him. He does into lap 85. Peterson gives way, and now Tyler Hudson may look to the outside of the 04. And he's going to do it. Peterson not out of it yet. And Hudson looking to the outside. This could open up opportunity for Benefiel, as Benefiel may be faster on the inside groove. We'll have to see what the 82 does. He's going to look to the inside, maybe underneath Tyler Hudson. And Hudson now looks to the inside of Peterson. Heading into lap 89. Hudson trying to get around Peterson, and at the same time, Benefiel is looking for the 01 to slip up. Nice little battle back here with Ty Spearman. And wow, was that a close battle there between Benefiel and Hudson, and he got underneath him. Spearman getting by Holzhausen, has Challenger back behind him. And how about this, folks? The battle side by side between Hudson and Benefiel. Last week's winner to the inside, that 82 car. And as we're watching all this, we're going to jump up front to this guy. Can't steal the thunder from this guy. This guy brought his Chevrolet to race here tonight and is dominating, nearly a 3-second lead. The H&H Sign and Supply 37 car with Tim Bills behind the wheel. And tonight they are electric. This car is on a rail, and it shows. Started 7th on the grid in the first 22 laps, took over the race lead, now has 81 laps led, and is leading with a 3-second margin, folks. That right there speaks a lot about the skills of Tim Bills. And then again, you have your cynics out there in the crowd that says, can this car pass tech? What are these guys doing that no one else can? And I tell you what, folks, this guy is just driving the wheels off of it tonight. Hopping back to 4th position as Benefiel in front of Spearman has gotten by Tyler Hudson. Hudson now to the outside of the 92 of Spearman. Spearman will get by him here on lap 97. Moves up into the top 5. Spearman tonight starting 12th up into the top 5. Talked to him before the race, was talking about the fact that he claims he's been wrecking a lot, but I tell you what, the only thing he's wrecked tonight is those positions in front of him to get up into the top 5. He's looking on fire and now looks to challenge Benefield for fourth. Lap traffic ahead, Mark Royer to the high side. Rolf still in second position. He's about 3 seconds behind your race leader, Tim Bills. Peterson now has a lap car between him and Rolf. And lap traffic goes to the high side. Peterson gets by just as the caution flag comes out into lap 101. A break for Adam Benefield as he was chasing down Christian Peterson. And some heavy smoke coming out of the cars right there. And we're trying to find out who that is down there. As I think trying to get an idea, and I think every time I think I'm not getting the right car, and it is the 12 of Drew Kryback. Let's go back and take a look. There we see some damage there on the 12. We'll have to take it back just a little bit. And the number 2 of Scott Dunlap fighting around here with the 12 of Krybeck. And possible contact ensuing between the two. As we watch them go side by side. Krybeck to the inside of Dunlap. And they're going to meet right there. And Dunlap drives a little overdrive from the 2. He meets the 12 in the middle. And slamming to the inside wall, possibly blowing the engine on Krybeck's machine as we start to see a lot of dark smoke pour out of the back of that number 12. And of course, you saw him down there on pit road earlier. Still sitting down there. Tough break for Drew Krybeck. Lights off the pace car, Tim Bills, to bring us back to green on lap 107. Rolf to the outside. Peterson and Benefield will be side by side. Who will take third is the question as the pace car dives to the pits. Green flag flies. We're back to the race. Tim Bills holding on to it. 0.3 of a second lead here on lap 108 over the 5 of Matt Rolf. Peterson to the outside. Ty Spearman has now made his way to the inside. Benefield Hudson side by side. Challenger and Holzhausen are locked at the doors heading into turn 3. Spearman now looking for a podium finish tonight. It'll be 40 laps to go. Matthew Eddy coming back out onto the track. Spearman through 3 and 4 with 40 to go in third position. Peterson back in 4th. Hudson, Benefield yet again find themselves side by side in the battle for the top 5, and it looks like Benefield's winning the battle up high. Matthew Eddy's going to go ahead back down pit road. Adam Benefield's bumper looks like it's seen better days. A little crinkle action there on the top right side. Peterson's going to pull away, and I think something's going on with Benefield's car. He's slowing up just a little bit. Challenger down's coming to the outside. Is this a little teammate move? Hudson into the side of Holzhausen. A little frustration out of the 0-1. And it's Benefield doing a little bit of block action to get his teammate up in front of him. Challenger's car looks pristine. He's going to go around teammate Adam Benefield here into lap 115. Challenger now into the top 5. Holzhausen to the outside of Hudson, coming off of turn 4. Holzhausen trying to work the outside groove. Matt Rolf's been able to do it and was successful here tonight. Does the 87 possess the same capabilities to get behind the 0-1 of Tyler Hudson? Tim Bills coming off of turn 4 into lap 118 now. Carrying a 6/10 of a second lead, was as far as 3 seconds ahead of Matt Rolfe. And Rolfe, last season's champion, looking to run down this H&H Sign and Supply machine just ahead. But back behind him, the guy that's come to life here tonight. Can't talk about it enough. The 92 of Ty Spearman, who started 12th, is now in the top 3 and putting pressure on the 5 of Matt Rolfe. Still following him, getting close to the 25 lap to go mark. Challenger trying to get to the back of Peterson. Benefield helping him pull away from the rest of the pack behind him. Krikorian to the inside of Holzhausen. Christian Peterson holding on to 4th. But Challenger is approaching. Chris Suggs looking to come back out on the track. Following Tim Bills into the max stretch. It'll be 25 laps to go when he reaches the line. And Rolfe and Spearman side by side for the battle for second. A Toyota Ford battle in the front stretch into lap 127, and Spearman is going to challenge Rolfe, making Rolfe run the outside groove. Both about a 1 1/4 second behind the race leader. And Spearman had a nose over Rolfe at the line. Working the inside. Can he clear him? What a battle for second. And it looks like Ty Spearman may have this one on wraps. But can Rolfe come back to the high side? We got lap traffic ahead. May be detrimental for one of these two guys. Uh-oh, and Spearman climbing up almost in front of Rolfe. And Rolfe, seeing the lap traffic ahead, is going to get behind the 92 of Spearman. Scott Dunlap to the high side. And now Spearman's going to look to the inside of the number 15 car. That is Brody Bayer in the yellow and blue machine to the high side. Russell Berry just ahead. Only a 3/4 second gap between him and Tim Bills, the race leader. Less than 20 laps to go, folks. Spearman, can he run down Bills? Holding about a 6/10 of a second, but he is gaining time on him. It'll be 15 to go the next time by. Oh, and Ty Spearman coming to life. Has shaved 2/10 in the last 2 laps on Tim Bills, and now is looking to put pressure on the race leader. Less than 15 to go, and he's 3/10 behind. Bills overdrives it. Oh, Ty Spearman overdrives it, and wow, what a contact with Matthew Eddy. Drama continuing to unfold. He was gaining on Tim Bills in the hopes of challenging him, and you can tell he is mad. Oh, he is mad. And there's the wreck that he's been talking about. Oh my, let's go back and take a look at that one. As we take a look, within grasp of Tim Bills, Ty Spearman, right there. He's going to overdrive it coming out of the turn. Right there, starts to get loose, comes down, slams on the brake, wheels it back around, and folks, that Ford Mustang right there, tough break for the 92 of Ty Spearman. Going to turn right back into traffic, and now you're going to see Matthew Eddy with nowhere to go, but right in head-on collision. And of course, the 92 not too happy. Again, we'll show you cutting off Benefield there, sending Holthausen nearly up into the wall. Right here is the signature move of his frustration. Collision right there with the wall, blowing the engine completely. And I tell you what, if you're that close, you definitely can have that reaction, because he was close to challenging Tim Bills for that race lead. Again, a quick shout out to the sponsors here as I lose my voice. The Button Box Shop is your series sponsor. Heights Pride, Dean Satellite Security, The Car Show, Area 52 Designs, Callaway Investments, Lions International 100, Tundra Super Late Models, and JBM Racing sponsors this Thursday night. Lights off the pace car. We're ready to get back at it. It's less than 10 to go to be 9 to go at the line. Here we go. Pace car into the pits. Green flag flies. We're back to the race with 9 to go. And Rolf going to look to put some pressure on Tim Bills with 8 remaining. Challenger now in the battle for third as he's trying to get to the outside of Christian Peterson. 7 to go. Tim Bills still in front of the field, 131 laps led. Rolf is on his bumper as they head into turns 3 and 4. He's right there. Challenger coming up into the mix now. Time running out. Who will take victory here tonight? Oh, and Rolf is going to go to the outside on Bills. Little slide action. He loses a little bit off the pace. 0.3 of a second gap yet again with 5 to go. Here comes Tim Bills. Off of turn 4, 4 laps to go. Point of no return here tonight. Caution flag comes out. The field is frozen. And time ticking down, and I think Rolf knows it. He's just going to back off and salvage a second place finish with 3 to go, as he's not going to be able to catch the 37 of Tim Bills. Had a shot at it, and it was not able to do it. Challenger pretty much holding back in third. The next time by, it's going to be the white flag lap. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. As Tim Bills, 136 laps led, now 137, white flag in the air, 1 more lap to go. Through the backstretch, a little bit of overdrive from the 5 of Rolf. Your winner this week in the Button Box Shop Super Series for the Dean Satellite Security 150, Tim Bills. Fireworks up in the air. There you see the fireworks camera right there, folks. And a very happy 37 of Tim Bills. And to victory lane he goes tonight. Week number 4, we got our third winner in the series. And fireworks still sounding off in the backstretch. Let's take a look real quick here at the race summary. Out of the 150 complete, 2 lead changes, 5 total cautions, and definitely a great night of racing. And Russell Berry doing a little show for the crowd, but let's take a look. Here is your results. Going to look to get some driver interviews for you. And as we wait, before we get the driver interviews, let's get we're going to get one quick chat here with Drew Krybeck about Dean Satellite and Security as we're waiting for everybody to get in here. And Drew joins me now. Drew, what a night of racing it was. How did you enjoy racing around Southern National?
It was fun. I mean, March from 31st up to 13th, and then the restart, car started going away, and then had a little run-in with another racer, but that's racing. It was fun.
Yeah, you ended up going down pit road with a lot of smoke. Looked like Scott Dunlap may have got into you coming off of turn 4. Little overdrive action. You hit the inside wall. How bad is the damage to the engine?
We need a new engine. We need to stub it. It's boys at the shop have a lot of work to do.
Definitely never a dull moment there, but while we got you, just wanted to get a quick word on that. We'll be back to talk a little bit. Let me get some driver interviews in here. We'll be back to talk about Dean Satellite Security in just a moment. Folks, we're going to bring in now finishing third. He's got 2 wins this season so far. Last week was a little bit dramatic for you, Christian. You know, at 5 flags, you got into Trevor Edwards, was sent to the back after taking over the race lead. You know, and in the modesty there, the English modesty, we'll call it, tapping out and saying, yeah, it was my fault, the racing incident there in turn 3 at 5 flags. But this week, you come back, you're starting in a decent position. You're trying to make your way, about 8th position, I believe, is where you started on the grids here tonight. You work your way up to a podium finish here in week number 4. Still a lot of momentum out of the one-up group. Tell us a little bit about it in your race here this evening.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it was a really good result. I mean, I think we had guys in 3rd, 4th, 5th, 9th, and 11th. So as a team, the result was really good, and the guys worked really hard on building the car and everything. I think we probably a little missed it on the handling, because it had a couple of moments where for some parts of the race it was pretty evil, but I think we still got some good momentum. The cars they're still pretty fast. I mean, we were up there. I don't think anyone had anything for Tim this race. He was just really, really quick. But yeah, no, a really good job by the guys, and yeah, we got a good result in the end.
Was there any thanks or shout outs you'd like to give for your 3rd place finish tonight?
Really just all the guys that won up for working on the car. Jason, Adam, Sam, Travis. Yeah, sorry, I just thought that was really tough. That was a workout there.
Well, it was a pleasure to watch you race here tonight. Looking forward to seeing you take on the Milwaukee Mile next Thursday night. But congratulations on your 3rd place finish here at Southern National.
Thanks.
Alrighty, folks, we're going to go live now to your runner-up finisher here, part of the T4X teammates group. Last season champion, the number 5 of Matt Rolfe. And, I love some of the guys in the Sim Auto Racing Association I love to pick on. Bill Martin. Because Bill Martin, especially at this track, loves to run these unorthodox lines, I call it, because it's out of the norm. He's the guy that's going to go to the outside, Matt, and work that outside groove when it doesn't seem to work for anyone else. And tonight, that really worked for you. especially in the battles with Christian Peterson. You guys were deadlocked for at least 15 to 20 laps, door to door, putting on a good show up there for second. And you ended up prevailing on that outside groove. And it's something, characteristic we've seen from the 5 car and a lot of other tracks, especially like Oxford Plains, and you're able to hold an outside groove. What is the thought process behind that? Do you know that everybody, especially with the warmer temperatures, are going to look low? You set the car up to work high. Is that something you feel more comfortable with? Because it definitely worked in your favor here at Southern National.
Yeah, it's just something that I get comfortable with pretty quickly. The way these tracks heat up now on the surface, the main groove that everybody runs is the bottom primarily, especially early on in the race. It's a faster line, and once you get 30 cars down there for, 30, 40 laps, whatever it was, the groove kind of starts going away. So we had the good first short run there for a while. During part of that run, I started moving up to the outside and ran out there until the second caution, I think it was. Then, yeah, had a hell of a battle there with Christian Peterson. I worked my butt off trying to stay on the outside of him because there was a few times he was almost clear, a few times I almost got clear, and we didn't touch a single time during that whole battle. It might have only been like 15, 20 laps, like you said, but it felt like it was about 50 for as long as we ran out there. But no, just a matter of being comfortable. The track kind of gets slicked down on the bottom if you're not ready for it. So by moving up a little bit, you can get to the cooler part of the track and just hang on a little while longer. And I'm just comfortable on the outside. Like you said, I like running the outside at Oxford when I can, or here. I feel like I'm one of the first guys who usually tries to venture up and at least try it and see if it works. So I enjoy it.
Well, one of the things, too, we've seen tonight is Ty Spearman from 12th. He came all the way up into the top 5 and got up there in the battle for second position, got by you, and then miraculously loses control out of turn number 2 and just sends it into the wall. Definitely a heartbreak night for the 92. But nevertheless, here at Southern National, week number 4, you pick up the runner-up slot. A lot of momentum to be gained, especially heading next week into the Milwaukee Mile. Is there any thanks or shout-outs you want to give for your runner-up finish tonight?
Yeah, first of all, that did kind of suck for Spearman there. He was flying there at the end, to say the least. I planned on kind of holding him up as long as I could, and he kind of got by me quicker than I thought he would. And then he was chasing down Tim there and just got loose, and he couldn't save it. So it's a tough break there. But I want to thank the sponsors as always. Tonight it was Dean Satellite and Security. I know Drew was on here talking to you earlier, so big thanks to him for not only supporting the race and then trying to come out and race as well, and then be part of the broadcast too. It's pretty cool. Really appreciate it from him. Thanks to all the T4X teammates, and thanks to you for broadcasting.
Well, congratulations finishing second here tonight. We look forward to seeing you in action next week at the Milwaukee Mile.
All right, thanks. See you there.
Tim Bills joins me now tonight. No surprise here tonight, Tim, with the H&H Sign and Supply Machine taking victory at Southern National. Seeing you love these kind of tracks. You do really well at these little like 3 to 4/10 mile tracks. Tonight you went out there, got the pole award. You fast qualified. You started 7th on the grid. Within 22 laps, you had that race lead. Ended up leading a total of 138 laps here tonight. Car was completely on a rail. We've seen you as far as a 3-second gap between you and second. Really didn't have to worry too much. There at the end, though, Matt looked like Matt Mayo was trying to catch you. Overdrove it a little bit, got loose, opened up a little bit of gap, and the rest was history. So tell us a little bit about your thoughts on tonight. I mean, the car definitely was set up to race and to win here at Southern National.
Yeah, we had a really good car tonight. I thank Trevor Edwards for working on that setup and getting it all this week. Didn't have much time to practice, so that was all him there. And then, on the restarts, my car just didn't have a whole lot on the go. But after a couple laps, it would come in, and looked like there on that long run towards the end. Spearman was coming pretty good. I didn't know what was going to happen there. Gonna have to start pushing a little harder, but it was a good run for us.
Well, tonight you come in to this race into week number 4, 5th overall in the series points, right behind David Krikorian, Christian Challoner, Trevor Edwards, and Christian Peterson. And tonight you pass all of those guys to take the victory, definitely helping the cause in the overall series championship points. Next week we go to the Milwaukee Mile. What are your thoughts at that track?
Survive. That's what I hope to do, is survive.
Everyone seems to love the Milwaukee Mile. They They say it's probably, and I say that sarcastically because a lot of people tend to hate that track, especially that turn 2. Is where we usually see a lot of cautions at. But Tim, you had a heck of a car here tonight. Really was on a rail. Excellent job done here. Is there any thanks or additional shout-outs you want to give for your victory?
Yeah, I got to thank H&H Sign Supply, JustForCrafters.com, Justin Brooks Designs, and all the guys over at Wheeling and Dealing Motorsports.
All right. Well, congratulations on picking up the victory, week number 4 here at Southern National for the Dean Satellite Security 150. Look forward to seeing you next week at the Milwaukee Mile.
Yep. Hope to talk to you then.
There you have it, folks. And right before we get out of here, almost forgetting to bring this guy in, the sponsor here tonight. We're gonna run down the results real quick as Drew joins me now, and we're gonna talk a little bit about it, and then we'll get back to seeing obviously who Dean Satellite and Security is. If you were not here for the beginning of the broadcast, but your victor tonight, Tim Bills, will pick up victory. Matt Rolfe, last season champion, in second. Christian Challenger, the hot newcomer in the series, 2 victories, finishes third here tonight. Tyler Hudson will finish fourth. Adam Benefiel, another driver who won last week at Five Flags, will finish out in fifth, rounding out the top 5. Holzhausen, Peterson, Krikorian, Miller, and Stratton rounding out a top 10 finish. As we look on back, Samuel Rouse, Daryl, I can get his name right. Daryl Hamlin through 12th, Dallas Pataska, Trevor Edwards, Scott Dunlap through 15, Russell Berry, Jason Williams, Mark Royer, Brody Bayer, Ty Spearman through 20, Chris Suggs, Matthew Eddy, Jeremy Adams, Drew Krybeck, who's with me, will finish 24th, Devin Rogers, Logan Running, Connor Blaze, Adam Maddox, Tyler Brown, Travis Houck through 30, rounding out your field here tonight, a very uncharacteristic performance of the number 6 of Joe Schaefer Jr. As we bring up the sponsors here to talk a little bit about it, Dean Satellite and Security, the sponsor for tonight's race at Southern National for the 150-lap event. Drew, we had a chance to talk to you about the race and how much you enjoyed racing it. You always love being a part of this organization, the Auto Racing Association. But Dean Satellite and Security, one of the things, I know you guys pretty much primarily work in Wisconsin, but you go nationwide, and that is amazing, especially if anybody's looking for your type of services. So tell us a little bit more about Dean Satellite Security, who they are, what they offer, and how they can find you.
Absolutely. Like you said, we're a local retailer here in Wisconsin, and we're just, we're a retailer for DirecTV, Exceed Satellite Internet. We work with Charter, CenturyLink, so we work with several different providers. So no matter if you're looking for just a streaming option, you're thinking about making the switch to DirecTV, we can be your retailer and your contact. It's something that you're dealing with a real person. You message the Facebook page, that comes right to me. So it's it's a localized service with a nationwide touch. And so if you're in the market for anything TV, internet, you just want to see, hey, this is what I'm paying, what do you guys have to offer? We definitely appreciate even a message. That's the reason we do this. We love supporting the SARA, and we're really involved with a lot of the Midwest racing up here with the actual stock cars. But at the end of the day, we're looking to that ROI, make sure that the sponsorship is paying off. So anything that you get, if you do message us, you do call in, just mention Sarah Sim Racing, and that way we can tag it right back to them and give them the love that they deserve.
Any racer will tell you that you can obviously find some good services through friends, and anybody tells you always can find some good services through friends. And folks, right now, Drew with Dean Satellite Security, friend in the game. He comes in here, he races. Please check him out. Definitely a solid product these guys offer, and the fact that they go nationwide speaks for itself and the quality of service and products that they offer. So, Drew, always a pleasure to be having you up here in the booth and being able to talk to you. And one of these days, I'm gonna have to get up there to Wisconsin and maybe come call a race over at your tracks and get to see those Tundra Super Late models in action.
Absolutely. You let me know when you're going to be there, and we'll get you on the mic.
All right. Well, thanks again, Drew, and always a pleasure to see you, and then we'll look forward to talking to you sometime shortly.
I think next week. I think next week's I think we might be Tundra might be the sponsor of the Milwaukee Mile, I believe.
Oh, yeah, the frozen race up there in Wisconsin. But, this time of year we get kind of thawed out, so should be it's definitely going to have to put some things on ice to keep them from melting around that Milwaukee Mile track.
Absolutely.
All righty, buddy. Well, take care, Drew, and thanks again, and appreciate you being in the booth talking with me here tonight.
Yep, no problem. Thank you for everything you do.
There you have it, folks. Drew Kryback with Dean Satellite and Security. And again, he told you all about it, where you can find him. Let's give a quick shout out to the rest of the sponsors. The Button Box Shop out there, the series sponsor, HeightsPride.com, The Car Show, Area 52 Designs, Callaway Investments, Lions International celebrating 100 years, Tundra Super Late Models, and JVM Racing are your sponsors for this lovely race each and every Thursday night. Really hope you enjoyed the show, folks. Came out and watched the race here, the Dean Satellite and Security Southern National 150 here at Southern National Motorsports Park. Be back in action next Thursday night with the Button Box Shop Super Series as the Tundra Super Late Models Wisconsin 100 takes place at the Milwaukee Mile. As always, folks, it is that time of season. Get out to your local short track, support them, whether it's dirt or asphalt. Plenty of racing to be had, a lot of good drama, and I tell you what, folks, it is great to watch some good short track racing. Get out there, support them, have a great time. As always, folks, thank you for tuning in each and every night to the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network. I'm Dustin Caldwell saying thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good night.